All right, guys, welcome to another video. Today I want to just give you a quick look at the finished product of this Firefly FFTL. The last video I did, I had detailed some of the upgrades that I did to it, but I've now completed this thing. It's a total rebuild. In the last video, I replaced the pickups with Fender pickups. I replaced all the electronics. And today I want to show you from head to toe how this guitar has been completely rebuilt. This Firefly FFTL, which is a relatively inexpensive guitar, and it was pretty well made. It played nice, it sounded okay, but I did rebuild it from top to bottom. So let me just show you. Start out with the headstock. I put Gota locking tuners on there. Goto, Gota, I don't know what they are, but they're made in Japan, but they are nice. I haven't had any problems with them at all. I also took out the bone nut that they say comes with the Firefly, and I put in a Tusk XL. Now, I've never put in a nut before myself on a guitar, but this is the nut that came out of it. I'll just see if I get you to focus on that. And what I did was, when I took this nut out of the guitar, I just took some very precise measurements, and I ordered the closest one I could find on the Tusk GraphTech website, which was a little bit bigger than that, which is what you want, because you are going to have to do some filing and stuff to get it to fit the guitar. So I did that and got that nut cut in. The nut slot height was perfect. This guitar already came with stainless steel frets and a maple neck, and the fret ends are just unbelievably smooth. Well worked, well filed down. I've got Fender Yosemite pickups in here, and I changed all the electronics out. And what I did also was, if you notice this bridge is different. I took the bridge off of the Firefly, and the bridge that I got on there right now is made by a company called Van Dyke Harms, like Dick Van Dyke, and Harms, Harms, Van Dyke Harms. Go on their website. This guy makes stainless steel guitar parts and accessories. It's just unbelievable. He also made the saddles. These saddles are a little bit different. They're compensated saddles. They're very flat on the bottom. And I put that stainless steel bridge with them saddles on there from him. And I also ordered a stainless steel control plate. Now, the problem that had, because I wanted it to kind of match the chrome control plate, kind of like clashed with the satin finish on the stainless. He's got a satin finish on the outside, and then on the inside it's almost like a bead blasted. But when I got the control plate in, it didn't fit. Again, the Chinese guitar, they're not exactly using Fender measurements. What happened with that control plate is that these screw holes on both ends didn't line up. When I put it up here, it fit into the pick guard recess, but down here, the hole was slightly out of place. And I thought about drilling another hole, but it was so close to the hole that's in the guitar right now, I kind of feared that I'd, mess it up. So what I did was I just took a Scratch-Brite pad and took this plate off. This is the original Firefly plate that I drilled out. I took a Scratch-Brite pad, and I did a kind of a brushed finish on there, so it kind of looks like brushed stainless now. And I like it. The only other thing I did early on was that neck plate, which I put the serial number on the back of the neck plate, as well as on the headstock. So that's it. I mean, this guitar is pretty much rebuilt top to bottom. The only thing on this guitar that's still original would be the pick guard, which I had to modify because this Yosemite pickup didn't quite fit in there. I had to sand the edges to get it in. And the only other thing would be the string trees. They're still a Firefly. Of course, and the body and the neck, the wood. But everything else, has been upgraded with Fender pickups, American-made electronics, even the knobs are Fender knobs from a 50s type telly. And I love the guitar. It is a completely different car. Now, what I want to tell you also, one thing, there were two things that made a complete difference in the sound of the Firefly once I modified it. And you might guess, you might think, well, it was the pickups. Well, you know, the pickups sounded better than the Firefly pickups. I can't argue with that. The pickup sounded better. But what made this a completely different guitar was the nut. That was the first thing. When I changed to that Tux, that Graphtec XL Tusk nut, I immediately noticed the guitar had more sustain, had a richer sound. And then the second thing is when I put that bridge on there, that stainless steel bridge from Van Dyke Harms. It changed this. It changed the guitar. It's a completely different guitar, and I'm going to do a playing video soon. But it made it a little darker. It's a darker, heavier sound than initial Tele. So stand by a second. Okay, sorry about that. I had my wife yelled a command from down the hallway. I had to tend to it. So yeah, so the only thing I can tell you is with the stainless steel bridge is it does change the tone of the Tele to a darker, heavier sound. That's the only thing. It didn't really lose any this still has enough snap and, you know, twang if you want with the pickups and the electronics that I put in there, but it is a little bit of a heavier sound, a little bit of a thicker sound on this Tele, which I kind of like. You have to change your way you play a little bit. The volume increased and the sustain increased dramatically. I have to pick softer now. I have to play softer. I have to turn my amp down than what I did before I put this on. So that's it. So I hope you like the guitar, and look forward to the next video, which I'm going to play it, give you a little demonstration of what it sounds like. All right. Thanks for watching, guys.